Rooksha Agnikarma. And next. I am not qualified on the stage till I have my flag on my chest. So please give me 1 minute, because this is a great moment for India. We kind of made the whole world feel that we are also good. So just legendary Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And all of us know the occasion. Why I say this to you is simple. There is no place for fear in the world. And of course, there is no place for fear in the practice of medicine also. That is very, very important. What is needed is we need to develop our strength. And once we develop our strength, we automatically get into a mode that makes it easy for us to be very authoritative. I think I should show this. You know how we fooled the best of the spy agencies in the world? It was such a brilliant operation. It was a political decision. I understand I keep politics away from this topic, but such was a brilliant operation by the scientists and the military people. Why should I show this thing here after 20 years? I have a reason. If you don't respect yourself, if the enemies don't respect you, you have no standing in your society, in your community. To have strength, you need knowledge. Only that makes it. If you use the word empower, if you relate in the first slides, I use the word empower. It's very important. I've heard people telling. Of course, now they will not say to us, those who interact with us directly. So you have to be psychologically, if not superior, but definitely not inferior. That's very important. So next. Well, as always, grateful to Matthew sir, who taught me Agnikarma. Again, with a pinch of shame, I learned it only in 2010, 9 years after being a final year. You don't have to wait that long. You know, when the class is happening, it's very nice to see the pair of eyes of everyone. I usually scan through the eyes to see how much they are bearing me, if that is the case. And it shows a feel of the audience, and so that I can accelerate or deaccelerate or deviate. Definitely some entertainments are ready for you, some entertainment videos. I won't keep it totally medical only. This lady was having headache for 50 years, half a century of headache. And in headache, Agnikarma is told towards the fag end of therapies. That is how the text is telling. And not every patient would like to get the head burned, obviously. But this lady had no other option. Yeah. Chronic 50-year headache, Spanish Camila. I mean, she's close to me, so I use her name. So 50 years of headache. So everything. So I am just here to show you that it is doable in the head also. First of all, then we have to say whenever it's Rooksha Agnikarma, I usually start with a simple sentence. Or a newspaper ne sambrani thidi undu kattich appartha kadakkadirunal Rooksha Agnikarma cheyanulla license. It's so simple as that. Let me time and again tell you, every slide you'll have, if Srijit SP can do it, anyone can do it and do it better than him. I will say it again in the next slide. So all that you have to imagine, Samranithidi and a thick paper, and you're touching the Samranithidi in the paper, it's getting burnt, some smell is coming, and discoloration is happening. Samranithidi cross is appartha pogadirikkuva. Simple as that. Later on, you can get into carrot, cucumber, whichever vegetables, and then you have a feel. First, rubber bullet fire pinna real bullet. That's the simple way of Agnikarma. Because patients make it upset if something difficulty happens to them. Obviously, they are justified in that. So now we put that slide. Okay, so what is happening is the trigger points, as we have already discussed, those are the ones that are being pricked now. So we'll just go forward with it. And you know, if you take the hand to a candle by chance, Roman kattung karim or cherry or smell or cherry tuck tuck sound, like no, that is what happens. So that's as simple as that.
And then you know what is done to you. Okay, but the face has to be totally covered, actually.
Why?
So we'll do it, no, because of the identity. Yeah. Yes, only to this point, yes, and everything covered, yes. So we do here, and we do here, and we do on this side.
Yeah.
This side. Procedure is called Agnikarma actually. Please, 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 don't move, please. We have not done it yet. We have not done it yet. Please.
No, I can't.
Yes. The red here.
No.
No.
Here.
This one. Precisely this one. This. Isn't it?
Yes.
So we have to remove the hair from here. And this man. No. Because the hair.
Yes. Here.
This spot here. Isn't it?
Yes.
It's not here, no?
No.
It's up here.
No.
This.
Here. Yeah. Here.
So I got the point. The way it's hidden here. So it's an area than just a point itself. So I got it. Yes, ma'am. Please be like that. Easy. It's just one spot that will burn you, huh? Please. This is the one that I really wanted. Last. That's it. This is easier, ma'am, because the spot is very defined. Yes.
Next video may be interesting for you because here I have email follow-ups of my proof that somebody who was every week 2 or 3 times painkiller became painkiller consumption once in 3 weeks. And that is a fantastic achievement because in Europe she had the best thing she could do for herself, 50 years suffering. And nearly I had follow-up for the next 4 years. I don't know how the last 2 years are, but for the next 4 years she was like once or twice a month maximum painkiller, which is much better than 2 times a week, obviously. So such simple thing to do. Again, it doesn't cost much. Shalaka would cost you 1,000 rupees. What I thought, the organizers told me that they are happy to give the Shalaka here. So I thought, I better bring the video of the cautery. So that's the way it is. Cautery would, I think, cost now 3,000 rupees or 4,000. But that's still okay. Because these are very easily doable processes. The very fact is, in Agnikarma Rooksha, it's very important to have the Nirama stage to it, in the sense that Nirkat, that a patient would tell. And I will tell you why it is so important. Because we have to, the tendinitis chow. Chow is actually a Varma point, gentleman's name. Yes, it shows like this. Please wait. 20, the Agnikarma day is there. And then the feedback is there on 3rd of August. And then he comes after so many months in January, like more than 5 months later. This is just to show you how we need to make the patient feel serious. Look, I'm serious with you. I'm documenting you. They feel valued. And we also feel like itre naal in effect nilalannu. Koravu getti is koravu endalum kittuvallo. Koravu fast aayittanne kittum. But that's not enough. Etra sustain cheyidu. Then that is called experience. So what I'm trying to say for you, your number of years, after this 4.5 hours, there is no difference between you and me in terms of the know-how, the method of doing. You will also prepare biryani, I will also prepare biryani. We know the technology now, okay? But obviously, don't mistake me, I'm not arrogant. I'm at least 18 or 20 years senior to you. So there is some difference in experience. Let us humbly accept that. But I don't want you to lack on that. What I have had, you have in the website. Ultimately, we are all equal before also, and after the class also we are equal in reality, because the experience part will be in the website. How, what to say, and etc. So that becomes perfect. On arrival, procedure, and he tells what the manual impact of a procedure was being done, and 3 minutes later you will see him lifting the arm much better. I don't know if there is anything in allopathy, with all respect to that great science, because he was going to allopathy before, that can make a person have a better range of movement in 3 minutes. Ayurveda is very, very fast. It's very deep in its effect. But then we have to have the videos accordingly. Next, on arrival. 1001, 1002. This is the way you are pricking it. We also just take it easy. So when we apply, just hold your breath. Initially, please hold your breath and don't let the panic in you be shown to the patient when you do first time. It is they who need to be panicked if we do a mistake. No, we don't want to make a mistake. And the simplest thing is that just hold the breath and like that, 3-4 spot, because they will look into our eyes, and our eyes will easily reveal a lot of things to them. So once you start doing like that, you will reach a stage where you have camera in one hand and the shalag in the other hand, same time. It is a piece of cake. It doesn't need to be very super special technology. It's easily doable. What he was telling me that he was having, you will see the prescription also, please put that on, that he was having Maharashtra Kashayam, Yogaraja Gulgulu for more than 2.5-3 months. But even in spite of that.
2 months. This is 2 months, amma 1.5 months na parana. Varmam, chow varmam, done effect of varmam lasting 2 hours, arthana edapum 6 hours, kinna cheyyumbam 6 hours, kazhinona edapum 4 hours. Nammale ഞാൻ വെറുതെ തിരുമുമ്പോഴേ മാക്സിമം 6 മണിക്കൂർ വരെ ഇതിന്റെ മെച്ച നിന്നിട്ടുണ്ട് അല്ലേ? ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ നോക്കുന്നത് കഴിഞ്ഞ ശേഷം അടുത്ത തവണ വിലയിരുത്തണം എത്രത്തോളം നിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എഫക്റ്റ്.
So what was being told there was that no, I was doing Varmam points on him. Effect was sustaining for 6 hours, 4 hours like that. And we can't be keeping on doing because they may come, may not come again, and also we teach the family. There's so many challenges in that. So why not give a lasting solution? And for that reason, we did the Agnikarma. See, we are following the patient very much deeply. It's not like did and sent we to procure. No, that's not. Even if it's a government sector, there's a lot of rush of patients, but we give that care and attention, and they feel valued. And you saw that Maharashtra being had for more than 2 months. 120 rupees Kashayam bottle. Yogaraj Gulu 1.5 rupees. It is government sector agreed. We are giving it free. In private they will have to pay only, I understand. But then the resources are wasted. Without any result. They are coming and going, Vandi Kuli and what not. So averagely 600 rupees a month, even if it's a case, or maybe say 800. You can buy a small scale t-shirt in 800 rupees. Why can't? Isn't it? So we need to give the value of the money somebody is investing on us. And we see what the result after just 3 minutes.
ഷിഫ്റ്റ് ഇല്ല അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ അതേപോലെ നമുക്ക് അറിയണം കൈ എത്ര പോകുന്നതെന്ന്. അവിടം വരെ എത്തിയല്ലോ, കണ്ടോ ഡോക്ടറെ? കൈ പോയതുണ്ടോ? അവിടം വരെ പോയാൽ നേരത്തെ അത്രയും പറ്റത്തില്ലായിരുന്നു. ആ കൈ പൊക്കി പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് എത്ര അയവുണ്ടോ ഇല്ല എന്ന്. എങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്താ തോന്നുന്നത്? എനിക്ക് കൂടുതൽ കൈ പൊങ്ങുന്നതായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. ബായ് നിങ്ങൾ ഇരിക്കുക, എനിക്കത് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഇരിക്കുക, അത്ര എനിക്ക് പറയാം. എനിക്ക് ലൈൻ ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അപ്പുറത്തെ ഡോക്ടറിനെ കാണിക്കുക സൗകര്യം പോലെ.
So not my patient, they just because I do these kind of things. So some patients say, doctor, angane orale pollichu enne kudi pollikkav, kind of things they come and did. And you saw how the range of movement is so fast, getting better. So who says Ayurveda is slow? Yes, it is slow if it's a deep-rooted ama. Agreed. The plenty of occasions is very fast. Do you think our ancestors would have survived the pressure from our other ancestors of the non-medical fraternity, that our Vaidyas would have survived if it was a slow science? I don't think so. They would have long thrown back those Vaidyas out of the picture. Agreed, we have homeopathy, which is much cheaper in cost. I understand. There's allopathy made a lot of advances with it's all our privileges. But it is so fast. When you see this video, maybe when you study Rooksha Agnikarma Sloka, you may be more interested. I did all that without seeing these videos. I want you are better than me. Having said that, I am not a standard, but you always have to be better than your seniors. Age-wise at least. So I think then the feedback, we'll just skip that. It's all good feedback, but I think that we can forego because first of all, it's difficult to remember. Secondly, you have in the website, so that's easy. What happened, let me tell what happened technically is that when I started doing Agnikarma, the response was fantastic in a dispensary area. Then seeing the results, they said, Doctor and Aliyan, even on the Policheka, already, I'm also eager because Pudiyata Padichera, 2010, I'm in a Padapicheka. Then they are bringing, so what is the problem? If you can say that. I realized, and they are also disappointed. Thankfully, they brought the patients. I did not propose them to bring. So what has happened is in that, in those people who were done, they were already in our Kashaya and Guliga and such lepanas being used. Puranavadi, Dashmulakadatrayam, Vetumaran, whatever. Amahara, Pachana, Shobhara, whichever. And the body was ripe, not ripe, it was conditioned enough to zero in to that tender point to do it. The newcomers, and I was so young, let's be frank with that, they had not that been conditioned in the body. So it was more of the request and demand that made me do it. So the response was not sufficient or enough. So there was disappointment for them, me too, but then I realized the lacking of this. So we have to do it in a certain stage. And so when you present to your patient, don't do immediately unless the condition is really ready for it. Special coming soon. Rajinikanth movie like the hype and the excitement. So that has to be the way they build up. Because you should not make it that lighter. So to present your matter in a good manner, you need to have your set of case sheet, your follow-up, things like that. And all that is on the website, and it will help you to present yourself better. Ultimately, hardly 10 seconds we are doing, but the things surrounding it. 1 second. So these are indications. The list is long, but distinguished, but let us know, you can see it later, no problem. There is one video, I don't want to show it, a patient who was done for his like periarthritis like situation. More than 1 year he was using allopathy, painkiller, nothing helped. Then he did Agnikarma and he sees me regularly, and the latest video that I have included is his feedback after 6 years. And the patient comes for something else and something else. So when we say in Agnikarma Apunarbhava, for how long? Is a question I ask myself. Now at least 6 years I can say, but maybe it's more, who knows. So these are the answers we get only when we document it. We should always be thankful to those who give us a chance to work on them. They are giving up their body to us. We are responsible for them. And whenever I do this Anusasthra process, I think I am doing on my son. Because even if it hurts my son, it hurts deeper to me, obviously, if I do like that. So that is the way you have to look into patient. Give them full awareness, obviously, and make sure that you are making sure your compassionate ground very clear. That is very, very important. He tells about the retrocalcific area pain. So what these patients typically say, രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേൽക്കുമ്പം ഉപ്പൂറ്റി വേദന, ഇച്ചിരി 5-10 മിനിറ്റ് ചട്ടി നടക്കണം, ഒരു അരമണിക്കൂർ ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ആശ്വാസം കിട്ടും, പകല് കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല, രാത്രി തണുപ്പ് കൂടിയ ഉണ്ടാവും, അടുത്ത രാവിലെ പിന്നെ ഇതേപോലെ. ഇങ്ങനെയാണോ? So in his case it is full time, it is more deeper. So what is typically done in these situations, of course Priyatadi Kashayam Vittumaran Guliga is very effective. I was taught this by Sadevan sir, I'm very grateful. And Upanaha, whichever nature, is all doable, as everything is fine, but we may still have a point which is so painful to them. And that is why once we get our share of Amapachana and Shobhara done, be it Puranavadi Kashayam available dispensary, or Asamdadi much more easily available, or Puranavasa Vittumaran Guliga, or even Jadamayadi, not mostly Kottakkal the better option, or Upanaha Churnam, all applied and said and done, all said and good done, but we still need the last finishing point. So we need to find an area which will be painful, and typically you can use a gloves. I think it's just nice, looks nice also, and it's good also. Better to have a stronger seating. Anyone can feel unconscious and fall down. Always better somebody is behind the patient or the person, just to hold on comfortably. What happens, such people, they will have a pain starting from this area itself. The Achilles area itself, or nirkat will go down like that, and they will invariably have pain in these areas typically. This side ഇവിടെയാണോ ഈ സൈഡിലാണോ ഈ ലൈനാണോ ഈ ലൈനാണല്ലേ? It's like about tendinitis, as you can say. Whatever it is a Vata Kapha scenario, and we to get rid of the Kapha factor. By the Agnikarma it helps. So we will have a scenario where we will mark the area as it's typically done, and then we have pinpoint. But since it's very commonly done, I'll just go without marker pen on again. We do it. Even a simple ball pen is fine. It becomes more precise feeling for them. whenever there's a lack of resource, let us not complain about it. If you don't have markup, and so what? We need anything is fine. So it's all about finding possibilities, which we will. E level, I'm just marking. Anyone from the audience is welcome to do it. I can do one half, other is from the audience. This side area. Yeah. This is the trigger tender point that happens. So we have already prepared the patient with all this process before we do this directly. So then it is easy. Red hot alle. 1 second. Always better to close the eyes, etc. If you have a sharp end and a blunt end, area is smaller, is of course the sharp end better. If it's bigger, we can use the other side also. So in 10-15 minutes, so red hot. നോക്കണമെന്നില്ലേ ചൂടുണ്ടേ ചൂടുണ്ട് 3 2 ഇല്ല ഇതാ ഇപ്പോൾ നോക്കുക നിങ്ങൾ ശ്വാസം എടുത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇങ്ങനെ പിടിച്ചേക്കാം ഈ സൈഡിൽ വരും ഇങ്ങനെ The process is done. You know, it's just 1 second only. നമ്മൾ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച വേദനയുള്ള ഭാഗങ്ങളിൽ കറക്റ്റ് ചൂട് പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവിടെ നീർക്കെട്ട് അതോടെ അലിഞ്ഞങ്ങ് പോകും. Once that goes off, the person will feel more relief automatically. As you say, it's so simple. It's a matter of seconds. You need to prepare the person more to it. Where ഏതെങ്കിലും സ്പോട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ വേദനയുള്ളത്? ഈ ഏരിയ അല്ലാതെ വേറെ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ഇല്ല. So what is normally done is that we sprinkle the turmeric powder and they can go. These days rainy etc, so maybe putting slight bandage, like even bandage is fine. Ideally not, because it will just dry off. Let the heat go away, then you put the sprinkling whichever. Let it get a bit deeper. Like you have Shara application, Shatamatra, you may say like 45 seconds or 35, like the same way let it just go chood aariyukko. Then that is a very clear sprinkle ida madi. We can do here. So that becomes very easy. It is just what typically happens. You know, we have a setting here. I know he's facing an audience, not comfortable. I understand that. Better to close the eye, let them lie down, let them don't see what is happening. Show them the video, everything is known. Because see, when they move the leg, then we may unknowingly hit more, no? We don't want that to happen. Secondly, you feel that sound coming. I can only have the smell here, the smell of burnt skin. A small sound coming, because that vellakat, you know, you have hot pan, you put water, no, that kind of smell comes up, the sound comes up. That same happens. Sometimes you find the benefit immediately. Sometimes it takes even the next day morning only they realize. That is the time they will elicit better. അല്ല സാധാരണ നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടോ? നോർമലി എങ്ങനെ അറിയുന്നത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കുറവ് കിട്ടിയില്ലെന്ന്? നാളെ രാവിലെ അറിയത്തുള്ളൂ. രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേൽക്കുമ്പോൾ അപ്പോഴാണ് പൊതുവെ വേദന കൂടുന്നത്. നടന്നു നോക്കാം. Because I have done in a very moderate manner. If only he finds relief, we will know from him the intensity that we are doing next time, depending on that. I could see the concern he had while it was being done. Free ആയിട്ട് നടന്നു, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ നടന്നു. In no way we are going to evaluate that quickly, and don't raise the expectations ever. And don't കുറവുണ്ടോ ചിന്തിച്ചേ കുറവ് കാണും ഒന്നുകൂടെ. Don't tell that. Just tell നടന്നു നോക്കൂ. Tell frankly. Because then ഡോക്ടർ ഇത്രയും കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ചെയ്തല്ലേ അങ്ങനെ ജസ്റ്റ് അടിച്ചേക്കാം. That also is wrong, no? We don't need that kind of endorsement. So never keep asking കുറവുണ്ടോ നടന്നു നോക്കൂ എന്താ പറയുക. And we have time to fix it. It is a totally curable entity. But please don't forget that Gulgulu Tikta Gridam Atanaporme, preferably with a bit of Trifla body, is essential to get strength to that body part. So Agnikarma is like no pinch hitter. You hit the 6, agreed, but test match preparation we should have. So we cannot forget that Rasayana part of the body easily. എന്താണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ? മെച്ചമുണ്ടോ, മെച്ചമില്ലയോ, കൂടിയോ കുറഞ്ഞോ? അല്ല, നോർമൽ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ വേദന നോർമലായിരുന്നു. ബിക്കോസ് ഡോക്ടർ വി നീഡ് ടു നോ ഇഫ് ദർ ഇസ് എനി ഇംപ്രൂവ്മെന്റ് ഓർ നോ ഇംപ്രൂവ്മെന്റ്. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇല്ലെന്ന് പറയണം.
നടക്കുമ്പോൾ വേദന ഉണ്ടാകാറുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, പക്ഷെ ഇപ്പൊ നടന്നപ്പോൾ അത്ര വേദനയില്ല.
Something good than nothing in a matter of few seconds. But the game is not over yet. The same patient will tell വേദന കണ്ടമാനം കൂടി കുറഞ്ഞിട്ട് 2 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് why they did not take the rest enough. They become overconfident, and so we face so many things, you know. So when we keep documenting, so I'm glad for him, and not always expected it will happen the same, but I'm glad there is something nice to know, and we have to also understand he is in a certain frame of mind with no, and we had that hesitations very clearly seen. So I'm glad you saw some result, but don't be expecting it all the time. But it definitely is very, very effective. You can save a lot of gulgulu tiktam kashayam by doing this. Because Rooksha Agnikarma, all that you need is the shalaga has to be hot. That's the only thing required, red hot, and we have to find the trigger point. So before that, the lepana group of things, everything done, and I don't know which area it is to be done, but as you know, I will do as if I am doing for the first time. I'll hold my breath, like that. I will just touch that area, and then after that in Rooksha Agnikarma, I have not shown the post thing, but in the Sneha we saw the Katayavad, etc. fine. In Rooksha, you don't even have to put a bandage. Sometimes it becomes septic. Simply sprinkle manjal podi, turmeric powder. That's fine enough, and that's as simple as that done. But make an event out of it. I have some very bad behaving patients. Even if it is Rooksha Agnikarma, I will say blood test ചെയ്തിട്ടോ എന്തിന് വലിയ പ്രോസസ് ഇറങ്ങാൻ പോകുന്നത്. Then some are very nasty behaving. BP അത്യാവശ്യം. What for? ചുമ്മാ ജാട. No, sometimes we have to show a stunt. Otherwise they feel chumma pollichang vittu, because 2 seconds, no, you don't feel valued. So that way some patients you please make them move from pillar to post. ഒരു BP temperature എടുത്തോ നല്ലതാ. കാരണം എന്തിന് രൂക്ഷാഗ്രഹം ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. എന്നാ ശരി. You have to bring that kind of psychology, otherwise they don't value. Those who are Hindus, I am not being unsecular. ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പൻ്റെ മുമ്പിൽ നേരെ ചെന്ന് എളുപ്പമുണ്ട്. അത്ര സുഖം. ഇച്ചിരി ലൈനിലൊക്കെ നിൽക്കണം. ലൈനിൽ നിന്നിട്ട് അങ്ങോട്ട് കയറി തൊഴിൽ. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു വിലയും മതിപ്പും ഉണ്ട്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് എ പീസ് ഓഫ് കേക്ക് ഫോർ ദം. ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് സിംപ്ലിഫൈസ് ഇറ്റ് ടു മച്ച്. That is not good. They don't value it. Simplicity is in our heart, and we are loyal to God, and we are loyal to the patient. Sometimes ചെറിയൊരു ജാട കാണിക്കാൻ മാത്രം അത് അവിടെ കൊണ്ട് തീർക്കാൻ വേണം വെച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. That is very important.